This is NDTV, and you're watching Classics.
Hello and welcome to a fresh episode of Boss's Day Out as steel continues to make headlines and the construction debate carries on. Our guest today on Boss's Day Out is Mr. Satish Agarwal, Chairman and Managing Director of Kamdhenu Ispat. The TMT bars that they make is perhaps being used in the houses that you own. Good morning, sir. Supriya from NDTV. That indeed is Mr. Satish Agarwal, Chairman and Managing Director of Kamdhenu Ispat. He's going to talk about his company, the industry and all of that in just a while. Mr. Agarwal, you head a company that's listed on the stock exchanges. This is not really something that you inherited from the family. It's not a family-run business initially. Of course, you started this whole thing about 11 years back. Tell us, why were you convinced that something like this could be a success in India?
You see, business and hard working is in my blood, and I've gained it from my father. My father started a small industry in 1950s, and being a technocrat, I actually passed engineering from IIT in 1970 from mechanical engineering, and being this in my blood with technicality, we just thought that in future the steel is going to be the most important factor in the development of the country. That's why in 1994 we started this company under the name of Kamdhenu Ispat Limited and started the first automatic rolling mill in Rajasthan.
This, of course, is just the beginning of the day for Mr. Agarwal. He, of course, starts the day with a session of yoga. We're going to join him there and then meet his wife and the rest of the family in just a while. Come back to you and ask you this very pertinent question at this point in time. You started your business, really, you started the whole factory thing in the early 90s, 94 to be precise. You're now at about a 300 crore turnover, if I'm not wrong. What's the next big initiative for the group? You're looking at a diversification. Is this the right time, really, considering there's an economic slowdown happening around the globe?
Yes, you see, now Kamdhenu is a multi-dimensional company. My own, it's a mixed model of a unit as well as a service provider. Kamdhenu now emerged as a service provider as well as in the steel field as having its own company also. Kamdhenu has basically glamorized the commodity, a rough and tough steel, and it has emerged like a brand.
That's right. That's a very important point to be noted. Glamorizing something as mundane and as cold as steel.
I think this is the greatest happiness for me. And being the family member, especially with these kids, gives me the lots of pleasure.
That's right. That's right. Let us now figure out what is he as a man at home. And I'm going to ask your sons here. We've seen him to be a very hard taskmaster at work all day, strategizing, new schemes, new things in place. How is he as a father, and you know, what is it that you fear more of him, the professional or the father really?
I think as father is more fair, not a professional.
Is he a hard taskmaster? Sachin, I'm going to get you on this one.
Yeah, he is very hard task, but I feel so.
Yeah, you went to the United Kingdom to do your MBA, you came back. This was a fairly family-run business. How easy it has been for you to, you know, employ some of what you've learned there? Is he open to new ideas?
Yeah, it's definitely helps me going out, it gives me exposure about knowing about the international marketing.
That's right.
And today we are in a position to explore the new market.
True. But talking about new markets, Saurabh, we've of course spoken about, you know, what the export duties are like, how it's all set to, you know, hurt your industry. You're someone who really operates in the long products, so to say, not in steel. We have big majors like a SAIL, a Tata Steel, the Jindal Steels, the JSPML. How do you? Is this a difficult market to compete in?
Definitely more competing, and day by day it will be more difficult.
That's right. Mr. Agarwal, I'm going to come back to you since you're the man who really runs the show. It's not really the best times for the steel industry. It's probably not also the best times for the cement industry, considering, there's so many price issues. There's a whole debate. There are policy measures being taken against the industry, so to say. Quote unquote, cartelization is what you guys have been accused of. In all that scenario, do you still think this is a business that you'd like to keep investing in?
You see, first of all, I don't agree with your views. That is not a good time for the industry. Steel is going to play an important role in the future. And for the next coming 10 to 12 years, the growth in the construction sector is going to be more than 12%. So there is a lot of potential for the steel industry, and a lot of capacities are coming in through POSCOs and so many other multinational companies. And we are well equipped to explore the future market. We are already having enough capacity across the country.
That's right.
And I think in future our presence will be globally.
Right, you've spoken a lot about the capacity augmentation plans, the capacity crunch in the industry and all of that. Let me ask you a very personal question here. You have two sons who help you in the business. Which is a tougher role to play, that of the father or that of the chairman of the company?
I think both are playing an important role, and I have to be quite balanced in both the sectors.
But where do you find it easier to make the balance?
I think it's quite easier to be in a position of a chairman, but as a father it's going to be very tough for me, and to keep the balance within the family and keep the family happy.
That's right. Ongoing. A man whose products are probably balancing your houses finds it difficult to sometimes maintain that keen balance between a professional and the personal life. And on that note, we're here to explore a lot more. We do know we have a long day ahead, so where are we headed next now?
Now we are just going to our headquarters, and we have a day full of meetings.
Right.
Yeah.
A day full of meetings, strategy, prices, export duties, all of that and a lot more in just a while. We're finally at the corporate headquarters of the Kamdhenu Group, which is valued at about 2,000 crore rupees. This is really where the board of directors sit, the big strategies happen. So this is where you really discuss your mega plans, your future vision, sir.
Yes, of course.
So what do we have in store for you? Any important meetings lined up for the day?
Yes, of course we have the 2-3 important meetings. One is for launching of the Nepal products, and one is for the launching in the next month of the paint products.
I see. Those are two big businesses, and we will of course talk about the international launch and also foray into new businesses in just a while. As the camera just caught, Mr. Satish Agarwal comes into his office and lights the lamp before he really starts his day at work. A question that I want to ask you here is, you belong to the business community, the Marwadi community. They're so heavily entrenched into business. How much of business would you attribute to luck and, pure luck versus strategy, hard work and all of that really?
Actually, this business and hard work I have taken from my father. And I do believe in hard work, and I rarely believe in luck. And strategy, once you foresee and have a good vision, ultimately you have to work hard and you have to reach the target through strategies and work hard.
How much of a role does religion have in say, you seem to be praying at home, you're praying here, which essentially means you're attributing a lot of your success to someone up there. So does this essentially mean that a lot of your business is attributed to the God's will? Do you do your work and then leave it to the God's will really?
No, not at all. But I do believe in the God. I believe in God, but I don't leave it to God. I do work hard. I do hard work, and my all team entire do this entire hard work.
That's the big bottom line here. Believe in God, but don't leave it to God. It seems that's the motto Mr. Agarwal likes to work on. He likes hard work. He likes his team to work very hard. And we'll figure out what that hard work is shaping into. This is a wide array of all the products that the Kamdhenu company really manufactures. So from the steel bars, which Mr. Agarwal actually calls the muscles of any building, to these new age windows. So tell us more about, of course, these are your traditional products, steel bars, but there are a lot of new products that we see, paints, for instance, windows, these glasses here. Tell us more about these ventures. Why did you have to get into this?
See, Kamdhenu wants to establish ourselves as a one-stop solution for the construction industry. As you can see, this the growth rate in the infrastructure is going to be very fast. And the coming 10 to 12 years, there is a lot of investment in the infrastructure industry. And Kamdhenu has a good potential in this construction industry, and we are just having more and more capacities for different products.
That's right.
And more products we are coming with in the next few time.
And if the camera can just pan to my left here, this is a PVC window. He of course believes we'll soon run out of wood, and this is the future of windows and doors around the world, is it?
Yes, of course.
Also, sir, let me just ask you a very pertinent question here. In long products like the ones you are in, we have mega giants like, you know, Steel Authority of India, Tata Steel, the Jindals. What's the kind of market share we're talking for you? What's your market share like in these products?
You see, the total turnover of steel product is more than 2,500 crores right now. And we have a installed capacity of 15 lakh tons of steel, TMT bars, through our own units as well as the franchisee models.
That's right.
Right now we had 35 units of steel manufacturing the TMT bars and the sections also. In sections we cover angle, channel, girder, beams, all these sections for the huge constructions.
That's right, that's right. That's an interesting point to note. He's of course also into plywood, as we see. So a one-stop shop for the construction industry is his big mega vision.